Good morning, my friends, and I want to wish you guys a happy SummerSlam weekend. After all, the biggest party, it's about to take off tomorrow, and SDCC already just passed us. So I'm over here thinking to myself, like, what were some of those best figures that they had unveiled? So that's what we're going to cover today, you guys. We're going to cover some of the highlights that stood out to us right here within the reveals, as well as some brand new WWE figure images. And I'm going to hop into this, you guys, because the 3-pack, the ultimate 3-packs, well, it's not Ultimate Edition yet, but it can become one. For right now, though, it is an Elite, and it's part of the Amazon exclusive. So in order to get the Bloodline versus the Beast, that's the only way, you guys. And the packaging, I'd say this probably outdoes it all. I mean, I know we've gotten a lot of Roman Reigns. We haven't gotten Paul Heyman in a good while, and we haven't gotten Beastie Boy. Check this out. The one you guys kept asking about. Every reveal that they ended up showing last weekend, not one single Beastie within the fabric goods. And it's really nice to see that they didn't just end up using the exact same shirt that we got with John Nada on that WWE Hollywood. No, instead, they went back to the drawing board. They redid it. They gave it that authenticity. Even the cargo pocket, man. Check this out. Now, Paulie, I know Paul's getting several figures. This is cool. So it's been, what is it? I would say a good hiatus, maybe going on to 7 years since we've seen the last Elite. And now they're bringing this, plus that one that we saw, which was based off that ECW. Again, a lot of Paul Heyman figures. But if you are talking about like current roster, as far as what they're showing on TV right now, this is the only one that they unveiled that's going to be reflecting that. And I gotta say, I'm a huge fan too of the way that the head scan ended up coming out. The True FX looking minty. Even the mic too. You can see that the actual mic piece, it is based on the white one. So if you want the matchy with the big dog and you want to have that ultimate promo, now we can do it up. Now I know that the Ultimate Edition did end up coming with the fabric shirt. On that one though, that one was the black. On this pack, we're going to get the white shirt. So if you want to go ahead and pose them alongside them Usi's. Now that's of course if you ended up picking up 2 UEs, that's how it's going to be done accordingly, man. Just envision it, right? You got Roman Reigns in the fresh white. You got them Usi's in the black. And then over here, Randy Orton out of nowhere. Another one that ended up popping up a little bit later on, and one that I had specifically requested, because if you guys remember, when they were talking about the upcoming Elites, this is what I brought up. I'm like, give me that damn Dirty Sanchez, man. If you don't get Matt Riddle up in here, talk to Randy Orton about bringing it with the future Elite. Now, as far as the tights, it is a re-release, but I do think that the scan might end up doing one up, especially if they ended up bringing the tattoo back on the last one that they ended up removing. As far as almost probably one of the biggest figs to date, man. Very excited to get this one. Now, I know a lot of people initially, when this was unveiled, they're like, what the hell is this? Is this Braun Strowman? It is not. I actually did confirm. I had a couple of friends that were right down there at STCC, and they did mention that he is getting some brand new molding. So if you guys were curious if he's going to scale the same size as your Braun Strowman figure, highly unlikely. And a specific request, too, that was implemented once they had released that last basic, man. That's all I kept talking about. I'm like, nah, don't you be giving me something we've already gotten. And you could see it on the lower half abdominal region as to how it's definitely different from big old Brawny. Now, as far as AJ, this one hits a nice little sweet spot right there in the WHF heart, man. And why is that? Well, we got AJ in the beginning, before the man ended up coming phenomenal. No, actually, get out of here. This guy was always phenomenal. So Target, they're like, you know what? What better way to commemorate the man by bringing him in the short hair, no beard, early AJ, short trunks. Oh, man. And you already know that TNA roster, that's going to do a level up right there within that figgy display. Now, Bret the Hitman Hart, this Ultimate Edition, I cannot tell you enough good things about this, you guys. If you guys did not end up picking up the ringside exclusive, here is your chance, man. Everyone wanted that one, that bright pink, and the fact that they brought it right here with Elite Series 94 head scan as well as alternate scans with it, bet. My best thing about this, though, is that now I'll actually be able to pose him right there with the jacket off. And of course, most of you be like, what the hell are you talking about, man? You want to keep that jacket. If he's going to be sitting on the shelf, that's the thing, you guys. That's the one thing about my ringside exclusive Bret the Hitman Hart figure. I never could display with the jacket off. Anytime that I ended up taking it off, you had that paint rub issues. So this Hitman should definitely be addressing that. Now, Shelton Benjamin, ruthless aggression. Unfortunately, Bill McKenna did state that this series, it is going to get, it's pretty much coming to an end, you guys. They're going to put out a couple more series, but after that, they're going to hop into New Generation as well as Golden. Nothing confirmed yet, but that's where they're going. So I'm glad that Shelty was able to be brought right here, because I know if you guys have been on the channel long enough, you already know this was the one custom long before Mattel had ended up finally releasing their Mattel Elite version, that WHF right there put up on the channel. So very excited. And if you guys are stopping by for the first time, you don't want to end up like the Beastie victims, right? I mean, these guys are left all over the ring. So what we doing, we're hitting that subscribe button, we're dropping a like. If you cannot wait to get your hands right there on the Ultimate Edition current Brock Lesnar. Dude, I am so excited. I know it's just redone within the scans, but I think that new update within the butterfly joints, it should do real good as far as the overall execution on that upper torso from the last series, which I believe was Series 4. Lose 2, you guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to need one Maki, one Lucy, one for Paul Heyman, one for my cousin Jimmy, because I know he loves Beast. I'm going to get several of these. I can't wait. And plus, all the fake ski upskis that you can do with it. He is coming with 3 head scans, so I do plan on doing some of that stuff right there with my country farmer look. Now, as far as Tori Wilson, this diva, and I'm going to call it that because this is the time of the divas, right? We had ruthless aggression being brought. I know Stacy Keibler just got put out, and that was my question, you guys. When they got the rights to Stacy, I'm like, when is Tori coming? She should be right around the corner. So if you want to do some bra and panties matches, this right here, oh yeah, we're doing it up. Now, this is cool. Rick Rude, this is the figure that it's kind of unspoken, right? This is one of the most controversial moments in wrestling figure history, right? Because he was on Monday Night Raw, and then he was on Monday Night Nitro, and Wood Mattel, well, he's like, let me give you 2 head scans. I'll give you one for the Raw, one for the Smack. No, actually, take that back. One for Raw, one for WCW. So we got either the Dirty Stash or the full-on beard, and I love this, you guys. I know some of you guys aren't fans of these, like later characters that were highlights within New Generation, but I think Rick Rude, he had a pretty significant moment within this time in order for them to finally give us that figure. Rey Mysterio, this guy, it's hard to keep up. Like anybody that I talk to, like, yo, Hero Fix, are they gonna end up easing up on the Ray Rays? Well, I'll tell you what. If they keep bringing them the way that this one ended up coming out, ooh yeah, brother, I dig it. Especially taking into consideration that the man was dressed as one of the best wrestlers in history in that bright pink. Dude, come on, bro. You already know MDT's got at least several of these on the Figgy lineup. Now, right here, Mr. America. Now, I know we talked about there's been a lot of Hulk Hogan figures. There isn't a doubt, right? I think in Ultimate Edition, he's got about 4 of them. In the Elite, ever since his comeback, he's got a good handful, but he doesn't have Mr. America. And I kind of wish they would have had final prototype images on this, because the true paint job of this figure is what's going to really make the highlight right there in your Hulkamaniac figure display. Or maybe you're not going to display him, right? Because after all, the guy's first time on the line, and that's a different song. We'll talk about that dancing a little bit later on, because AJ, he brought it. We got the UE, and you guys know this is the one character, apart from Rollins, apart from Randy Orton, AJ had needed to come into that series in order to make that whole current roster a little bit more relevant. Plus the fact that he got the whole mid-arm pose right there on the phenomenal forearm hairpiece. Love that, you guys. Now, 2022, you guys know, it's been a crazy year. So you already know that we're coming to the end of the days, and no, we ain't talking about WWE, but I mean the end of the world when Jeff Jarrett has a figure in the Mattel series. And not just a figure, but in the Ultimate Edition. So they came out here strong, man. I think Bill McKenna, he must have a sweet spot for this man in order to throw him into the best series right here, right out the gate. I mean, think about it. Normally, they drop him to a basic, but they're like, no, we're going to do Jeff Jarrett, we're going to slap some nuts, and we're going to throw in 3 head scans with it. So a nice piece right here. Again, another one that I wish they would have had finished up, but I'm just glad that he's going to be landing in right there, right next to the phenomenal AJ Styles. Now, AEW, AEW, they didn't have very much. They had a very small selection, but what they did have was something very, very special, you guys. This ringside exclusive, this right here, another special commemoration for anybody that was there at Chicago or watching the night, right? The last hand, CM Punk came back, they had the ice cream, they had the crowd, everybody was going nuts. Matter of fact, WHF fam was also there. Again, that was the same night that Bretto Live and WHF finally had met for the first time. So again, another special YouTube Figgy moment, but a Figgy moment nonetheless. So ringside, they're capitalizing right here with this exclusive. And again, one of my personal favorites for the AEW series. Give me your thoughts though. Let me know what you guys think of that Elite 3-pack with Beastie Boy. Is that a hit? Is that a miss? Is that a pass? Is that one too many big dogs? I don't know, man. That Paul Heyman has pretty much got me so plus Beastie right there in the fabric goods. Oh, I cannot wait for that to go up. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you on the next one.